Uh, Tommy, I'm home. What's going on? Are you an anime reviewer now? Do it right? Oh my god. Tommy, we talked about this, okay? They're not interested in my videos. No one wants to watch me play some fucking game. Like, you understand? Tommy? Oh my god. Dude, open up. Fucking OBS. Do it right. Fine. I'll play this stupid game. Do it right. God damn it, Tommy. For as long as you can remember, legends have been told about the derelict mansion upon the hill that casts a blanket of darkness over the town. The history of the house itself is virtually unknown, and even the town's oldest residents cannot remember the mansion's origin. Being an avid history enthusiast, you embark upon the mountain to visit the manor, hoping to shed some light on the backstory of this crumbling fortress of darkness. Ansem, get the fuck out of here. Hello, everyone. It is I, Chaos 396, against my will. Okay, well, if we're doing it right, we're doing it right. Where'd she? Oh, there she is. Usually doesn't let me go up the stairs. Hey, girl. And away she goes. Well, no handle on the inside. It's only one direction to go. That's Binding of Isaac direction. Spooky's House of Jumpscares. Nay, Spooky's Jumpscare Mansion. They did a lot with the HD renovation that I really, really appreciate. I played the original game on my laptop way back in, I want to say it was high school when this came out. Gotta tell ya, bad time trying to play a first-person horror run game using WASD and a trackpad when you're not used to it. Huh. Delightful. So there's quite a bit to go over with this game. And I think it would be best to start with basic mechanics. You have a run, you have a quick turn, you have notes. At first, this place just seemed cute, but I've been here for days now. I'm feeling quite parched now, and I keep getting this feeling like I'm being watched by something. This is not romantic at all. And then later on in the game, you'll get another thing you don't have access to just yet, but it's a good thing. Basic gameplay loop, you have already seen it. You run, you open doors, the room count goes up. You see weird, freaky pictures, and it's overall just a good atmospheric time. In case you're wondering, it doesn't matter what door you go through, it's all totally random. It'll always lead you towards just the next room. It's always fun watching new people play these games, and by fun, I mean infuriating, because here's what they do. They walk very slowly through all of the rooms, not realizing that the stamina just refills completely every time you go through a door. That's a fun time, I gotta tell ya. That almost got me. So this, believe it or not, is technically classified as a monster. It's Specimen 1. It goes more into detail on what they are later, but basically all you need to know is they can't hurt you. They do have a hitbox, so they can stop you. And they are basically a jump scare to make you wig out, while something worse comes after you from behind. They're also made of 100% recyclable cardboard, which you eco-minded people might enjoy knowing. The paintings are horrible. Every single one, just horrific. And in different ways. Some are gruesome, some are, well, I think this speaks for itself, really. They're just a bad time. Fucking Tommy. I don't know what he expects me to do with this. But, I don't know. I did those other 2 videos, literally just recording it off of the PlayStation record or share button. Literally all I used. You can tell too, because there is no audio mixing whatsoever. Can't hear a voice for crap. And if you turn it up real loud, you're just deafened by the sound of doors opening. I hope he set this up right, because otherwise that same issue is going to happen again. I don't know. We'll find out. And room 50. The elevator. There's a save point. You really don't need it. Not this early anyway, just room 50. The in-between points will get less and less frequent as you go on. For the first, 200 rooms, it's every 50. But once you get past there, it's only maybe once every 100 rooms. And I gotta tell ya, sometimes that can get real spooky. I didn't mean to do that. Hello, Skull. I haven't seen any more notes. This is vaguely unsettling. It gives me PT vibes. Oh, here's another note. I know something is following me, but I feel like I am prancing through the same rooms over and over. Hopefully leaving notes as breadcrumbs will prove I am making progress and reaching some destination. I just hope I don't run out of ink. I am dreadfully thirsty. Thank you, Ghost. I appreciate the lore. Oh, Jesus, these rooms. These rooms are a pain. They're a pain because they are long, and they are basically mazes, a lot of them. And sometimes, going down the wrong path will mean you take your last path. That was a terrible, terrible one-liner. Ew. Well, that's gross. Ah, look! More lore! Spouting, splashing, soaking, innards and jest invoking. Nailing never stops the choking. Oh! Bye! And thus we are introduced to Specimen 2. This guy isn't a big threat, actually. The biggest threat he poses is he slows you down, which means that when you encounter other monsters that are even faster, if he combines with them, you're going to have a bad time. He doesn't actually have a name like some of the other monsters do. I just like to call him Slimer. But if the Ghostbusters went up against this guy, they might have paused in that first encounter. Because hoo boy, is he not nice looking. He did actually used to be different in the original Spooky's House of Jumpscares. For one thing, well, he didn't have any animation, really. He was just kind of a static image. But more mechanically based is he was what they called, once the music is gone, you know he's done. He was ethereal, which basically meant he could go through walls and fly over chasms. He's not anymore. He can still fly, so like back in that maze room, he would be able to fly over those pits to cut corners and get to you, but he can't go through walls anymore. Not everything can do that. There are certain ones who will, though, and I gotta say, they're the worst. But we'll get to them when we get to them. The only other thing I really have to say about Slimer is that while he's not the slowest of the monsters, technically, in terms of actual chase mechanics, he's the one who will... He's the second least likely to actually hit you. He's very much an inconvenience to get other monsters to hit you harder. Oh, wait, was that a note? No. But overall, he's not a big deal. Oop. Sorry, Toast, I was trying to see the ceiling texture and I totally missed you. Oh, he's back. And boom! He does about 30 damage to you, so you can take 3 hits from him. But what happened right there was every so often, well, not every so often, it's a regular gameplay mechanic. Because the rooms are randomized, you end up having this situation where you have 2 or 3 rooms that look identical to each other, but they aren't. The doors will be in a different place, or doors will be locked. Over here, you should be able to see him, yep, going over the pit. Whenever that happens, you might just be screwed. You have to try your best to always go in a direction where you know for sure you will be safe. And that's not always the easiest thing to do. Juke him. Ah, dang it. Okay, hold on. And whoop! Yeah! Get b-balled, boy! Making a very long path in the maze. Oh, jeez. So... yeah, sometimes monsters will spawn without the music, and dang it. Oh, I thought for sure I was going to get hit there. That is one thing that I really appreciate about this game. It takes a lot of... you gotta be kidding me. It takes a lot of notes from pretty much every era of horror game and horror movie. This guy is... he's not really anything specific. He's just kind of a guy. And there will be others later on who you can tell exactly where they're from. Pumpkin! I'll be honest, I totally forgot where I was going with that sentence. Trying my damnedest to remember it, but it's gone now. Oh well, I'm sure I'll get back to that point. There's a lot of game ahead of us. Keep that blood pumping. I've only gotten 2 notes so far. I feel like I should have seen more by now. We're in the creepy tile texture. Always a good one. Always a good one. I feel like in endless mode, I tend to get white face in this one. Wait, was that a note? I can't go back. Dang it. That might have been a note. Oh well. Oh. Honor the brain. No note. Always remember to honor the brain. It is important. Whew. It was hot. Yeah, I heard that. Don't think I didn't hear that. Oh! Oh, shoot, we're getting this early. Okay, this is what I was talking about earlier. The game will give you the lore on the monsters. You can try and modify the house layout, but it just says error. But access specimen database. Don't worry, there are more than 5. Specimen 1. Type, docile. Total fatalities 4. Method, heart attack. A cardboard cutout figure that springs out from the walls. Proved not very effective against healthy subjects. A. Specimen 2. Type active. Fatalities 137. Method, physical tearing. A mostly semi-solid based specter that frequently changes matter states. Proved very effective against weaker or slower subjects. Now for the ones we haven't seen. Type active/in testing. Total fatalities 44. Method, infectious bites. A test specimen being developed at GL Labs. Should prove useful when released. Trials have shown it is adequately effective to average subjects. Type active. Total fatalities 86. Method, consumption. A 14th century spirit that was contained and relocated here. Tests have yet to reveal origins, but all relevant information has been placed into testing chamber. Proved effective, but not greatly more than previous specimens. We'll talk about her when we get there. Whew. And then there's this thing. Type active, total fatalities 168, method unknown. A creature found inside the church of a small town. Subjects are lost after contact with the specimen. Blank of killing is unknown. I think that's supposed to say method. Proved extremely effective against subjects with mental issues or weak wills. That weak wills thing is important. The reason it's important is idling. Because sometimes you gotta take a break, you know? You want to stop for a while, and because a lot of the rooms in the game are just, you run through, there's nothing really going on in them, sometimes you don't think to pause. If you idle in a room for a minute, specimen number 5 will come out and kill you. I don't know if it's instant, because I've never seen it myself. Things just got Resident Evil in on this bitch. Locked. Ooh. Well, velocity. velociraptor head. Okay, we're getting a little PT too, I see. That's a bad sign. That's another bad sign. A lot of badness going on. Subject 5 is growing more and more restless. I told Spook we need more funds for sedatives, but she just laughed and flew into the ceiling. Without more chemicals to keep these things docile, I'm not sure how much longer we can keep them here safely. Generic lab assistant. Hey, thanks for the keycard, generic lab assistant. I appreciate it. This is the introduction of... Hold on. Can I go back? No. This is the introduction of areas in the game. You may have noticed the room count has not gone up. Even a little. I believe Subject 5 is loose. The glass around its container is shattered, and I can faintly hear clicking coming from the ceiling. I don't know what will happen now. If it is out and alive, then this is probably my last report. The clicking is getting louder now. There it is! Oh shit. Spiderpede. This thing... Hey, Tommy. So, Spiderpede. As you can see, it's horrible. That's not actually its name, that's just what I call it because it looks like a spider centipede. Basically, its whole deal is it runs fast and it comes out of holes, / crashes through doors when it doesn't have any holes to crawl out of. It can do 45 damage, and it runs only slightly slower than your running speed. Moreover, the longer it is in a room, the faster it gets. So it'll start out reasonably slow, but the longer you're in a room, like say one of these rooms, it's going to get faster and faster until it will catch up with you. And once it does hit you, it does a little circling animation. Ah, shit. That way you have a chance to run away. Honestly, I got pretty lucky that it didn't follow me into this room, because I definitely would have gotten hit there. But no, Subject 5, or Specimen 3, depending on what you want to call it, Sup Spider, is in fact a direct reference to Resident Evil by the developers. It being a genetic experiment, a bioweapon, if you will. Still no notes. And the whole lab thing. That's not the last time you're going to see a lab in this game either. They come up more often than you would expect. Oh, someone's calling. Hello? Hello? How did it pick up? Hello? Hello? Come help, I'm trapped in a mansion. What? Hello? Hello? Yes, can you hear me? Sorry, I like playing with that. That's a Five Nights at Freddy's reference. Just playing off the phone guy. And his weird way of saying hello in that very first game. I don't think that specific thing, that reference, was in the original game. I think they patched it in back when they made Jumpscare Mansion, actually, when they rebranded it. Going into the reason they rebranded it, pretty dumb. It was really just a copyright issue. Apparently, Spooky House was a copyright. And so, ooh, Spider-Pete's back. But anyway, the copyright. Basically, they got into trouble and they're like, okay, we'll rebrand it. But then, just out of spite, the free game is still called Spooky's House of Jumpscares. And in Spooky's Jumpscare Mansion, the paid version, they just taped over House of Jumpscares and wrote Jumpscare Mansion over it. Just out of spite for the dumb thing. I'm onto you, coffee. Ink. Not quite quenching my thirst. Taste is terrible. Stains are terrible. I don't think drinking it was a very romantic idea. I would agree, romance guy. I would agree. Also, we gotta talk about the romance guy. Just for a little bit. Basically, so regarding his obsession with romance, it's not what you think. This day and age, the word romance pretty much exclusively means like the lovey-dovey relationship making out kind of thing. That's not actually what that word originally meant. Originally, the word romance was just a way to talk about drama or excitement. A very romantic idea didn't necessarily mean that it was Valentine's Day. A romantic idea could just be fanciful, if you will, with adventure and monsters and all that. Not necessarily a thriller, but certainly it could be action. It's the most terrifying stump I've ever seen. Actually, that's not true. Fucking that stumpy Pokemon is pretty bad. But yeah, no, that's the deal with Romance Guy. He's not looking for a girlfriend here in Spooky's Jumpscare Mansion. And he certainly wouldn't want to. Hey, did y'all ever play Corpse Party? Or White Day? 'Cause I did. I can't read any of this. Ooh, it's playing my music. I love this song. Very Silent Hill. Ow. Huh. This looks like something I've seen in an anime once. Probably a nice fellow. Okay, so what just hit me? Ah, I see. They're very faint. You might not even be able to see them really. But there are shadows flickering in the flashlight of students. Once here, now gone. That Suri never came to class today. I hope she made it home okay. Oh, hey. Fan art for Atsuri and Miku. And what appears to be a toilet. Could it really be true? I thought the fairy tales about the ghost that eats children who sneak in after class was just to keep us from disobeying. But Matsuri is still missing. Could it be true? You can go down there. There's not much point. Locked. Man, I'm still going in this area, aren't I? Oh man, A coup! Gotta love that, a coup. Oop. Something's coming. Oh, my flashlight is gone now. And here, we have Specimen 4. Doesn't have an official name, but on the wiki, her name is Ringu. Because, you know, gotta make the reference obvious. Let's get a better look at her. The closer she gets to you, the more her mouth opens, which is horrible. And the music is very loud in my ears. Ringu's whole basic deal is, now that Slimer doesn't go through walls, that's her gimmick. Because she's a ghost, she can go over chasms and through walls. There you are. In an update, they gave her that dark aura around her so that you would see her before she comes through the wall, just to make it a little more fair. Oh, I think she's done. But yeah, Ringu, obviously just a reference to Japanese horror ghosts like The Grudge, or excuse me, Ju-on the Grudge, or obviously the Rain Ringu. But also, more specifically, she's actually a reference to Corpse Party. I found something today to satisfy my unromantic thirst. I awoke today from a brief faint and found before me a bottle of red wine. I'm not sure what brand or year, for there is no label. All I gather is that it tastes strongly metallic. Yeah, my dude, I hate to break it to you, but that stuff is not going to be great on your insides. And it will probably just make you thirstier. I went slower there. No? Okay. Let's just got stopped by something. But yeah. Grapes. Oh, she's back. Ringu is, in my opinion, the first specimen you come across that really stands a threat. Because she is about as fast as Slimer, but because she can actually go through walls, she will mess you up if you get a corkscrew room. Which we haven't actually seen one of those yet, but don't worry, we will. Hang in there. Ha. Well, we're 4 specimens down out of that list we got from the computer. Just one more to encounter now. Oh, hey, no FNAF room. All they ever say is hello. Oh, hey, this. I'll talk about the telephone real quick. All they say is hello, and you don't want to stare straight into the fan. Staring straight into the fan does exactly nothing. The arcade games do things. You can play them. They're not difficult to win. That was Mrs. Spook. Mrs. I didn't know she was married. She's only like 10. And here we have Mall of Spook, which is all about stabbing people. Oh, missed one. So there isn't really any strategy to this game. You can just mash the attack button and go up and down, and you will get enough guys to keep going. You can see the bar up top is depleting slowly. Every time you stab someone, it refills a little bit. Anyway, this can go on for a while, so I'm just going to cancel out. Then we have Spooky Cart. Hold on, let me get closer. It's controlled with the analog stick entirely, which I hate. Yeah, it's one of those really old car games where you just have very poor control. But every time you hit a car, you get time for it. So you can go for a while. This game you can't actually beat. Or at least you can get through a stage of it. But it's honestly kind of boring. Most of these aren't worth much, honestly, except as a nice distraction from the horror if things get too nuts. Ugh. And then there's this. Oh boy! Oh boy, we in Silent Hill now. Here we encounter Specimen 5. Nice padded cell, mattressless bed. What are we looking at here? Oh wow, that is difficult to read. The darkness is slowly consuming us now. I don't think our rituals will appease it much longer. How are we supposed to know this would happen? Well, anything with a dark ritual, generally speaking, is gonna be a bad time. Ooh! Oh man. Oh, that reminds me of the skin wall from Silent Hill 3. Heck. Come on. It's not really our fault. We just did what Mother has told us to do in this sort of situation. Capital M Mother is interesting. We might look out for something like that in the future. Mother is not pleased with us, but how are we supposed to know that the girl wasn't pure? I see. And here we have what appears to be Han Solo. So an unpure girl involved in a ritual to appease capital M Mother. I wonder what this could mean. Oh. Oh. Oh, I'm in a liquid. Oh dear. That's... Oh. That's a bad time right there. And now we're here again. Oh! And now there's this. Specimen 5. Oh man, the walls are looking mighty trippy, aren't they? Specimen 5 is another one of those specimens that isn't really going to hurt you. Like, don't get me wrong. She does do damage. I think it's like 45. Most of the monsters do 45 damage, honestly. But she is very slow and is physical, which means that she can only walk over paths and cannot go through walls. However, you may have noticed the flashing walls. Basically, her big deal is she's going to make certain environments very difficult to traverse because you can't figure out where the walls end. In the non-HD renovation version of this game, she also put that texture over doors. So you just had to look for the... we're in this room now. You just had to look for the outline of the door frame popping out of the geometry. You couldn't actually see it anymore. But they changed that for HD renovation. This was such a surprise that there would be another entry. Another actual entry, one I could admire. But then as suddenly as it came, it left. And now you disband. Your influence and inspiration will never leave me. I'll keep talking about Specimen 5 because we're going to encounter this room a couple of times. I can talk about it later. Specimen 5's whole deal, as you may have guessed, is it's a Silent Hill reference. Specifically, you may have noticed the giant cleaver it's dragging around. Yeah, what's up, guy? Being a direct reference to Pyramid Head. And the whole skin stretched over its form being like a lot of the enemies from Silent Hill 2, especially. God bless it. I hate this room so much. No, it's an enemy that I enjoy, but it's also horrific. It's just unlikely to actually hurt you. Most of the physical enemies that just walk aren't really going to hurt you. Very unlikely, anyway. There's another enemy in Endless Mode that I'm thinking of that just walks, and it doesn't even have any environmental effect. It just walks, and it has some lines. You have to really try to get hit by that thing, let alone killed. But no, those, according to that computer, those were all the specimens. We won't have to deal with anymore, right? At least that would be the case if everyone here were dumb. But you all aren't dumb. You guys know what's happening here. You know what's going down. I am shocked that I still have not seen the next romance note, the romantic note. Oh boy! Locked. Oh hey, looks like I'm getting hit. Oh! Oh, I was wrong about the amount of damage you do. That's like 60 damage. Oh man, that cleaver ain't for nothing. Luckily, health regen is really good. Tommy, not now. I am running for my life, thank you. And elevator. Oh, not elevator. Oh, hey, Spooky. Yeah, it did. Heck yeah, I'm the best. Oh. Hey, thanks. Man, I really like your painting. It's very noble. Oh boy. Oh man. I always like these guys. The ones that pop up are totally random. Sometimes you get all cute ones. Sometimes you can get a lot of the scary ones. But no, look at all these friends. There's Pumpkin and Stump and Slime and Ghost and Coffee and ooh! Oh, here's the face. There's the bad face. Pumpkin. Cool. Cool, cool.